Whenever you're ready.
Oh my God.
Jessica! I've never been called a fox!
Dana.
That's a classy name for a Harry.
I like it classic.
Okay.
Do you?
Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast.
Sure.
Out with the bad and in with the good, motherfuckers.
That's right.
Jessica!
Dana.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thank you. Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast. I am Dana Powell.
I'm Jessica Young.
And
we are here to rant and rave.
I felt like... So Jessica and I are recording via Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the big scandal with that? I guess Zoom sold all their information to Facebook, even if you don't have Facebook.
Another company that isn't private.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? Whatever. Sorry, Zoom, we're not that interesting. Listen to our show.
You know what? We were probably microchipped the last time any of us set foot in a grocery store. So,
yeah, probably. But we're doing the best we can. I thought our singing together was pretty good.
Uh-huh. I can't tell if it's like delayed or what, but hopefully it sounds harmonious.
I hope so. It's raining in Los Angeles.
It was pouring last night. Did you hear it?
Yes, it
First
was lovely.
night, I love it so much. It was the first time in a year that I didn't turn on my noise machine because I had the rain to do that.
Yes, it's lovely, but it does make our internet slow.
Yeah.
So hopefully we won't have lagging issues right now. Jessica, how was your week?
You know what? It was very challenging, but I'm going to be as positive as possible. And I'm actually, since you say that, I screenshot something this morning specifically for us to read for the podcast because I need to see this.
Uh-huh.
It says, staying positive doesn't mean you have to be happy all the time. It means that even on hard days, you know there are better ones coming. And I needed to see that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Right? I think here's one thing. It doesn't matter what happens in life. Most of the time you feel like you're alone in whatever you're going through, or nobody else feels like this, or I'm crazy, or why doesn't everyone, have the same problems as me and blah, blah, blah. Well, anyone I've spoken to feels exactly the same way I do. Yeah. I'm sure you do too. I mean, we're all going through it. Everybody is stuck at home. Everybody's had to rearrange whatever is or isn't currently going on in their life, right?
Yeah.
So it was the first week I was working from home, and that was a real challenge. And the first 3 days I thought I was going to blow a gasket, but I worked through it. Mm-hmm. And I spoke with coworkers, and we all kind of like helped each other out and had each other's backs and jumped in when we needed to, and that was lovely. So I felt very different by the end of the week in a good way. I felt like I got things under control.
Good.
I started walking every day to help with my stress. If I didn't, I'd probably go through the roof. So that's that. And then I started cooking. I mean, I told my husband, I said, I am walking every day and cooking 3 meals a day. I've become the housewife I never knew I could be.
I know, me too. Now, not with cooking. I haven't gotten there yet. But my house is getting so clean. Like, I've cleaned out every drawer, every shelf, all the closets. Like, I'm going through everything.
I'm so jealous. I saw you sent me a picture of a room. I'm so jealous. It's so good, and that's my next step. But I'm working. I want to do it, but I don't want to do it after work. I just
don't. No. It feels so good, like to have space and have cleaned all the clutter and anything that was like a hidey hole drawer or whatever.
Yes.
But I'm also aware that I'm doing it manically. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. My brain just goes crazy. So what I did this weekend, and I would suggest this to anyone who can, and so like next weekend, maybe you can try this, although I know sometimes you work on Saturdays, but whatever your days off, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I thought to myself, okay, Dana, we don't know how long we're in this.
Right.
So you're going to have to find balance, because I am a chaotic, like all this, all that kind of person.
Same. I'm all or nothing. There's no in between. I get it.
Yeah. So this weekend I thought, okay, I am taking a weekend. I'm taking Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
And I'm going to stay busy and productive, but not manically cleaning. I'm going to be productive in working on teaching myself to relax, because I think like Jessica and I were talking in the well, usually I say green room dump in the Zoom
bedroom dump.
In the Zoom room dump. Anyway, I took these 2 days and I said, I'm going to try and find balance, and I'm going to do things that are fun, like do a normal weekend so I can get some normalcy back into my life. Right.
Totally.
And also my men in my house, they don't want anything to do with me. They're video gamers. So I'm literally on my own most of the time. They're like competing and whatever. So I brought out my crocheting. I'm almost done with my blanket. I watched movies. So if you follow my personal media, I post a picture of me and Ollie watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Amazing. The human cat.
The human cat. He just
he watched so much.
He watched 3/4. He is my best friend right now. He watched 3/4 of that movie with me.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I'm like, oh my God, we're like comedy soulmates, I think.
Yes.
And then also I started a paint by number painting, Jessica.
What? I love paint by numbers. And anytime I see them in a thrift store, I try to buy them.
Jessica, this thing is unbelievable. So it ends up looking like kind of an impressionist painting of like a London street and a little canal. And it's beautiful. I have never done anything so hard in my life.
It's tedious.
It is. Some of the colors, like this sliver, I may have to break out a jewelry loop just to see. So I decided like I need to have a relationship with my son, so he's not like just playing video games with his dad all the time. And he's like, my mom can go, eat oatmeal by herself. I don't care. So,
oh my God.
So I said, hey, do you want to paint with mommy? Let me get some watercolors out for you. He's like, yeah, sure. I have a feeling that his daddy was like, go hang out with your mama. She's going to cry. Like I wonder if that's what happened. So he comes in there, I get his watercolors out. We sit down side by side. He painted for 5 minutes. Beautiful picture of the sun, grass, and a bluebird. Beautiful. He goes, can I be done now?
Oh my God.
I was God. Okay. I painted for 3 hours and you saw what I sent you.
Oh my God. That's the paint by numbers?
Yes.
You do need a jewelry loop.
I'm going to put a penny on it and take a picture and send it to you so we can post it.
Do you have a teeny weeny microscopic brush?
Yeah. So it's a kit. You can order these online. And I actually ordered it like over a year ago. And I just never had the time. And when I did have the time, I was tired.
Yeah. Of course.
So it comes with the paints that are numbered, the brushes, a little map, the actual canvas, and the tools to stretch it around a frame when you're done.
No way. Oh, that sounds amazing.
And it was like $12.
Yes, please.
So all you people out there looking for jigsaw puzzles and they're all gone around the world, you might try paint by number.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the same way, like you're talking about the franticness, that's how I feel. Like we have been home now for weeks and I feel like every day has bled into the next. I literally have nothing. I'm upset that I haven't marked down certain things in a calendar just to give me point of reference, because I don't know one day from the next. Truly, I can't tell you
I don't either.
when I've spoken to anyone, done anything, but my frantic mania has translated into cooking. Dana, I don't cook either. I hate it. I've never been into cooking, okay? But I have become this maniac in the kitchen. But I will tell you, I'm pretty impressed with some of the stuff I've made. And the good thing about it is I have made things that then, after might be a lot of effort to make it, at least it's delicious when it's done. And then I know we have at least another meal out of it the next day, sometimes 2 more meals out of it. And that's been a nice reward, I guess, for the fruits of my labors. Like Ina Garten's beef stew. I've never made beef stew. It was mind-blowing how good it was.
It did look pretty good, but I almost commented on your picture of it and said, meh, tell me the ingredients first.
Hilarious. Well, I know you'll like this. I dredged the beef in flour first, and then you fry that up, and then you throw in the vegetables. Do you like carrots?
Yes.
Do you like onions?
Nope.
You won't even eat cooked onions?
Don't want to.
Okay, well, you're gonna. Carrots, onions. Oh, mushrooms. Do you like mushrooms? You
I
hate
do.
mushrooms.
I
Oh, you
like
do
mushrooms.
like mushrooms.
Yeah.
Mushrooms, they're great in there. And then at the very end, after it's all cooked, you fold in frozen peas. And there you go.
Okay. Well,
It was delicious.
the farthest I've gotten with cooking is my stove used to be pan storage.
Oh,
Now it's cleaned out. That's the furthest we've gotten. But also I realized I kept taunting you and teasing you on social media, and I was like, oh my God, I've become Eric Stone Street. I used him as a verb. I told Dan Tipton I was Ericing you.
I love it. And if you don't think I didn't think the same damn thing, I loved it. And I was quite tickled. I'll be trolled by you any day.
Because I commented on Instagram and then I went to Facebook and went, still don't like it on Facebook. Pass. I was like, Dana, why are you torturing someone you adore?
Oh my God. No, it was hilarious. For the same reason why Eric said, I don't understand. And then you had to explain it to him.
Well, also, I posted something, I don't even remember which, talk about everything bleeding in. I don't post a whole lot right now. I'm more of a voyeur, but every once in a while I'll post something and I try to be, usually I have a point. Like I'm encouraging people to stay home or I'm encouraging people to wear a mask, but I make it self-deprecating and silly about myself, And I've had a couple of people make comments like trying to dig at me or whatever. And I'm like, okay, not the time, knock it off.
Right.
Like I can count on one hand how many times I've been snarky on the internet, and like maybe 3 out of 5 times have been during the pandemic.
Right.
We're all short-tempered.
They can all buzz off, and I wasn't kidding. I don't know how you look the way you do during the quarantine, because that is something I am very jealous of.
You are very nice, because I told Dan, a lot of people were commenting that I looked nice, and I was like, that's not why
nice. You looked gorgeous.
But I said to Dan, I said, you saw me that day. I didn't look that special. He goes, well, your hair looks so pretty and stuff in the video. And I go, you saw my head. I just framed it well.
Oh my God. It's amazing. I have not worn makeup in 3 weeks, I think.
I have put on makeup a few times, but for just so I feel better. Because when I walk past a mirror and I look at myself and I hate what I see, then I'm just like, I suck.
Well, I felt like a creep when we did work Zooms, because I'm like, everybody's going to be at home. And I was just literally laying on my bed in a t-shirt. And I couldn't have been more horrified. I guess I was like the last person to sign into the meeting and my eyes were bugging out. I was like, oh, I think I had a boob half hanging out. My hair looked like it was in dreadlocks. And everybody else was like sitting at a desk. They had like a nice background behind them or a piece of art in their apartment or home.
What?
One of my coworkers looked straight up like Melanie Griffith in Working Girl.
Oh my God.
Standing desk and looking fab, and I'm like, I look absolutely disgusting, and it's not okay. Everybody else at least brushed their hair for this meeting, and I came in with a sequin cowboy hat and
wait a minute,
t-shirt that was too stretched out. Okay,
but you need to back up. Why did you attend a work Zoom meeting in a sequin cowboy hat?
Because I was trying to be fun. Okay.
Like, it's Spirit Week on Zoom, y'all.
For real. I mean, how inappropriate. But I was like, yeah, we're all at home in a quarantine.
Jessica, are you a manager?
Yes. So inappropriate.
Did you see on the internet this week about the woman? So everybody's trying to remotely work if they can. My job, unfortunately, that's not available for me. But most people are trying. Did you see the woman, the bot manager, who turned herself into a potato on Zoom and couldn't figure out how to undo it?
What do
So
you mean? Like
there's
with a filter or
yes.
something?
So Zoom has all these filters and you can put a virtual background behind you. Somehow she turned herself into a potato
I
and
can't.
couldn't figure out how to get it off. So she had to continue the business. There are pictures on the internet of these workers in their little Zoom frame, and she's a potato with eyes and a mouth.
Stop it. That sounds like something I would do. By the way, I did try to put a background on.
Yeah.
Because I don't need people looking at whatever is behind me, wherever I'm zooming from.
Right.
And my computer won't allow the backgrounds. I think it's
Oh,
like the core processors.
can't handle
Well,
it. Yeah.
4 years old is ancient in computer times. Well, too bad.
No
This
kidding,
computer is going to
right?
last until it doesn't turn on anymore. So,
Yeah, I hear you. You know, another thing I've noticed, so everybody's Zooming, everybody's worried about the information getting out there, whatever. I have noticed
what?
Zoom edits our laughter, Jessica.
What do you mean?
So last week was our first Zoom episode.
Yes.
I was editing because I'm anal retentive and I just wanted to make sure that things were okay. I know it's not perfect, but I'm trying. When I do my ugly laugh because you're so funny, or you do your scream laugh, it
Because you're so funny, fool.
you're a fool. It mutes us so that we don't blow out our coworkers' ears. I don't want my laughter muted. I want my ugly screams out there.
I did not see Zoom. You know what? You need to
Don't you steal our laughter.
Yeah, you need to put your nose in someone else's business, meaning your own.
Yeah,
Quit
Zoom.
selling our info and quit editing us. This is a free country and a free podcast. And we're going to say and laugh however the hell we darn well please. You understand?
You just cut out. I'm sorry to tell you. You got loud and Zoom cut you out. Anyway,
man.
So that's the 50-minute opening of our show. Oh God.
Dear God.
So
what?
Real quick, maybe I should save this for the end. Nah, I don't want to. Okay. So we're all looking for things to do while we're bored, right?
Yes.
So I've been going back and forth between platforms. Oh, in case people didn't know, HBO is offering a lot of programming for free right now.
Yes, for the whole month of April, I saw.
Yes. So get in on that. Also, Broadway, London's Broadway, whatever that's called. Shoot, I should have looked.
I don't know if it's part of it, but I know Broadway HD is a way you can watch. I know what you're talking about because London is putting up a bunch of their shows too.
Every Thursday night, I think they're doing it.
So
the 10th anniversary of Les Mis is on YouTube. It's so good. I watched it the other day.
God, I love that show.
I had it on in the background while I was cleaning out bins. It was so good.
Yes. Oh
yeah, it's such a beautiful story and the music's amazing. Anyway, so there's lots of things going on. I found a show on Hulu that I didn't know existed that I am absolutely obsessed with.
What is it?
It's called 60 Days In. Seven civilians volunteer to go undercover in a jail for 60 days, and no one knows but the sheriff and one other guy in the jail.
I need to watch it.
The officers don't know, the inmates don't know, and they don't know about each other.
Oh, like you and I could both volunteer. Well, that wouldn't work.
Well, because I know you, yeah. But if we were strangers and we both participated in this show, we would be in the same pod together and not know that we were both on the show.
Oh, that's so crazy.
It's insane.
I gotta watch it. I'm obsessed with that stuff anyway.
Yeah, so you couldn't pay me enough. And I'll tell you what, if criminals were cops, we probably wouldn't have any crime because they are quick. They start sniffing people out real fast. And these people are not prepared because these criminals, no, Jessica, you know I can see you, right? Jessica just yawned. Like, I could not be boring her more. Like, you're so close to your screen that your mouth reached from top to bottom. That's how big you yawned.
I can't. I only had one cup of coffee today, and it was not enough. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It just made me laugh. It's totally fine. It just made me laugh so hard. Anyway, they don't know about each other. It's crazy. Like, I can't imagine, you couldn't pay me enough. And there's no like prize money either. So anyway, 60 Days In on Hulu.
You know who's going to love that show is Mr. Young.
Oh, really? He likes
Lockdown. What's the one on Nat Geo? Yeah, my dad is obsessed.
Yeah, me too.
And
Lockdown, Lockdown Abroad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm always scared I could have been one of those people in Lockdown Abroad.
Oh, it's just fascinating because it's a whole world and culture that's different than ours. You know, like these people got these stories they had to go in with because immediately they all get interrogated. What's your crime?
Right.
You know, and then so they're telling their stories, and one guy is suspicious of another, and he goes, "What was your charge then?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't know. I was stealing from my employer." He goes, "You don't know your charge?" And he goes, he goes, "How much did you steal?" He goes, "Well, I'm not sure. It was like over 8 or 9 years." And he goes, "So embezzlement?" And he goes, "Yeah, I embezzled." And he goes, "Then your charge would be robbery." Like, they know the law.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, "Cop." Like, they think he's a cop. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's really interesting.
Oh,
And like how the bartering system goes on in there, and when you're new in there, who approaches you and why. Like, it's fascinating. And it's also interesting, like, to see the dynamics shift between the participants.
Oh.
Like, yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, it's a good one, guys.
Love it.
Yeah. And then, of course, one more pitch, of course. I don't know if you guys have noticed me harassing Jessica about this too, but I'm sorry, TikTok is the happiest place on the internet.
I know.
I'm just a
get on that train.
I've only posted like 3 or 4 videos ever.
Oh, you have? If I join, can I see your past videos?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They don't disappear like Snapchat and all that jazz?
They don't.
All right.
But like, I'm not a dancer, so I can't do all the dance challenges.
Oh, God, no.
But I am an avid voyeur. That's fun.
I'll join it so I can see it. I don't think I would be good on TikTok, but I'll join it to see it.
I bet you would be. I think people would like you.
All right. I'm even going to write this down, and I promise you
tomorrow
I'll join TikTok.
Good, because I need to send you lots of videos.
Oh, my God.
babies singing to babies, doggies that are misbehaved. And I guess my feed is so happy because you kind of build it. So based off what I like, it puts more of that in my feed, you know?
Yes.
And it's fun. There's a dog that I call it Damn It Senna, because this guy is constantly furious with his dog. And I really do think the dog tries to antagonize him.
Oh my God.
Anyway, whatever. Jessica, do you want to tell people how to get a hold of us?
Yes, please. It seems like more people have been engaging on social media, so thank you for that. We always love hearing from you guys. On Facebook and Instagram, you can find us at the Rants and Raves Podcast. On Twitter at Raves_the. Through our website, www.therantsandravespodcast.com. We have a contact button on there. Also, you can just use good old-fashioned email, therantsandravespodcast@gmail.com.
Yay!
Yes. Thank you, as always, for the support. Please, if you haven't already and feel so inclined, please rate us or review us on iTunes or the platform of your choice. Rate, review, subscribe, pass the word, send it along to a friend.
Yeah, please, guys. We're all looking for things to do. If somebody's like, "Oh, I'm bored," share us with them, if you don't mind.
Exactly.
So we're going to move on into rants, and my rant is a pretty basic one, but I think that people can relate, right?
Yes.
Why is it that as soon as I don't have anywhere to be, like anything specific where people are going to see me, why do I immediately revert back to like the scroungiest, dirtiest junior high child?
Yes.
Like everybody knows that I wear dresses almost every day because it makes me look more put together than I really am. It still feels like wearing pajamas. So that's my cheat in life is like, oh, Dana looks put together. Nah, it's just a onesie. You know what I mean? It's an open bottom onesie. That's all. But right now, Jessica, I mean, you're looking at me. Have I ever looked worse?
Yes.
I have?
Yes.
Jessica!
You have looked great during the quarantine.
No,
Every time I've seen you, yes. You sent
no.
me one picture and I know you deliberately like teased your hair to try to look not cute and send it to me and maybe one of your sisters. You look great.
You're a crazy person. Here are the things that I'm not doing on a daily basis that makes me go, what? You've lost your mind. I didn't brush my teeth for 2 days. I didn't brush them for 2 days.
See,
Jessica.
that's my one thing that no matter what, when I get up, the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I go to the bathroom and I immediately brush my teeth.
Before you drink coffee?
Before, yes, and Alan and I argue about it all the time because he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yes, before I do anything.
Okay, well, that's not me. I also have gone for like 3-4 day stretches without showering because I'm disgusting.
I think a lot of people have done that.
I would say 70, no, maybe 50% of the time I don't wear a bra. 75% of the time I don't wear pants. And when I do wear pants, they are sweatpants with a hole
Oh my God.
or yoga pants. I've gone through every t-shirt I've ever owned.
Yes.
And the other day I was picking up a bin that I had just emptied and I was like, oh my God, that's my
What?
armpits. Like, I've never smelled such extreme body odor on myself.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I'm going to be divorced by the end of this. He's going to be like, how come this woman is a child?
Oh
I make
my God.
my son get dressed and change his underwear and brush his teeth every morning and night, but I can't do it. The one thing that I've stuck to is I will wash my face before I go to bed.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's
It always makes you feel better.
Yeah.
No, I think a lot of people can relate to that. I've wanted to be as comfortable as possible. Let me tell you how I've literally been living in my capri sweatpants and a different t-shirt each day. And yesterday I was just like, okay, and I didn't go anywhere. I didn't leave that. I'm like, I gotta get it together. And I put on a flannel shirt and a pair of jeans. And
Jeans.
uh-huh. And I
Wow.
walked into our guest room because that's where Alan is kind of sequestered because of his foot and how he
Yeah.
has to sleep. I walked in there and he literally said, "Oh, why are you so dressed up?" I cried laughing. I'm like, "Are you joking?" And then I realized, oh my God, considering how I've looked every day, no, he's not joking. I put on
Yeah.
a bra, a flannel shirt, and jeans, and he told me I looked dressed up.
Well, at least he noticed because the day I did that video about masks and everybody was like, you look so pretty. This is what Dan Tipton said when I came out of the bedroom and said, okay, I'm going to go pick up, because I was going out to pick up prescriptions.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, okay, bye. That's all I got from him.
Oh my God.
So it's not like he was like, oh, wow. He's just like, sometimes you're hideous and sometimes you do all right. That's what I imagined in his mind.
Well, you know what? I actually, well, I'm not even going to say it because that might encourage people going out, and people shouldn't really be going out. So never mind.
Oh, well, now I want to know.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. If you guys have to go to the pharmacy to get a prescription or prescriptions, I had to go get multiple prescriptions for our household, and I did it for my neighbor because she's been sick and does not want to leave the house.
Yeah.
Totally understandable and respectable.
Yeah.
So I went to pick up our prescriptions, and then when I was in line, there wasn't a lot of people there, which was good. I noticed right behind me was the Easter display.
Uh-huh.
So even though my husband is a grown man, I always love making little Easter treats and baskets and stuff for people.
Yeah.
So it was literally right by the cash register. I grabbed a couple of handfuls of treats and threw them in the basket and was able to put together a little Easter
That's
treat
nice.
for him
Yeah,
on Sunday.
we've ordered some stuff. Yeah.
Yes. I'm forgetting people can order stuff too. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I didn't want to now be like, go fill up your Easter baskets. Like, I'm
Right.
sorry. That's just not, I know it's awful and people are sad for their kids, but there's more important things in life. But admittedly,
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for it, but it was right there. So I was like, okay, this is convenient.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's so sweet for him. Oh, another thing I did this weekend, I made cards, like pick me up cards for my family.
I saw you were doing that. That's so sweet.
I have one for you too, but you're going to be way less impressed because you're so creative and
Oh, give me a break.
you make the most amazing handmade cards.
Whatever. I
Yeah.
gave that up
I
long ago.
I pulled out my stamps and I was like, I've got an Easter set. I'm so excited. All
Oh,
my ink pads were dry. So like
you
when
know
I
what?
tried, they would smear. So I stopped eventually because on the first three I did, I had to write little notes. This was supposed to be a bunny, but my ink pad, it just became a novel of why my card was so shitty.
That's hilarious. And dang it, you just I have a huge box of ink pads and stamps, but I'm sure they're dry as a bone too. I haven't
Yeah.
pulled them out in a couple of years.
Yeah, they're all dry. Sorry to tell you.
Oh,
And
it's
then
the thought that counts.
I tried to color it with marker. Like I did my best. It is what it
That's
is.
so cute. I love that.
Yeah. Well, good, because you got one coming. So
No, I think there's nothing better right now than for somebody to like get a card, a letter, a
yeah,
picture, something in the
not a
mail.
bill. It's not a bill.
Yes, yes.
Just somebody's thinking of you. Yeah.
Unlike the letters we keep getting every couple of days from our landlord reminding us that we still have to pay rent. We got it, pal.
No, but
We got
you
the memo.
don't though.
I know. It's beyond.
I mean, they're saying don't let your landlords bully you. Like they can't make you pay rent right now.
Yeah.
That's our mayor. Whatever. Now we're
Right.
getting into county politics. How fun.
Oh my God, hilarious.
What is your rant this week,
I
Jess?
mean, you know what? I'm going to try to keep it real short because we are trying to have some levity in a very serious situation.
Yes.
Obviously, there's some things that are not so funny these days.
Yes.
And
And it's
I don't.
hard. I just want to say real quick for people,
Hmm.
I hope you're not like, man, Dana and Jessica are really off their game. We talked about this. Like, it was hard to build this episode
Yes.
because we would like to do things not corona related, but there's literally nothing in the world happening right now that's not
Yeah.
corona related. So
Seriously.
we're trying to be upbeat and make it not like quarantine rants and raves, but it's
Exactly.
difficult. It's really
It,
hard.
it is.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Not at all. So, this is a little something I'd like to call COVIDicate
Okay.
or pandemic kit.
Okay.
It's a combination of the problem in the world and
Uh-huh.
etiquette. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
And this is just, I'm going to make this real quick. Gloves.
Yeah.
The fact that people are taking off their filthy gloves and just throwing them, I thought, oh my God, is this just happening here? And then I saw like it's happening around the country. I don't know about in other parts of the world. But when I came out of the pharmacy, I literally removed my gloves that I
Uh-huh.
had worn and immediately put them in the trash. I made sure they went in the trash can. I don't toss them aside, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been finding
And
them around my neighborhood, and I
pull
live
them
in a
off
beautiful.
wrong side out. Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Yeah.
I live in a beautiful, quiet little residential neighborhood, and I've been seeing gloves around the neighborhood. Not
Ew.
okay.
Not okay.
Okay. Also, I'm gonna imagine it's not people living here because nobody's gonna want to leave that on their own property or on the street.
Yeah.
But the glove disposal is beyond. I am not anal, and I have been keeping clean Ziploc bags in my car. And so then when I am done, or if I'm wearing something to get into my car and there's not a trash can, I remove them and I
Uh-huh.
put them in the sealed Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Done deal. And I leave it in the side of my car door until I'm somewhere where I can throw it out, which is at home because nobody's going anywhere anyway, right?
Right. Right.
But also, the fact that I keep seeing stuff on the news of people not adhering to keeping their distance
Uh-huh.
and to not play. So, like, stay at home
Uh-huh.
means stay at home unless you're going to, again, a gas station, a grocery, or what is it, a pharmacy.
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of people going to Lowe's and Home Depot, and I'm sorry, no, it's not because they needed to get a new piece of copper pipe because something blew.
Right.
This is not the time to be like deciding what ceiling fan you want to put in your bonus room. Order that crap. A lot of people are just going out and they're not protecting themselves. And we personally are in a city where it has been, it's not mandate, but it's been strongly, not just suggested, they have asked for it, and rightfully so. Again, so that you don't spread your crap to other people. If people started following this, then we could start to have a plan. Like Germany is now at the stage where they are planning to reopen later this month. That's not saying it's going to happen, but trying to get things back to normal. That's because they rolled out very strict guidelines and people have been adhering to them, as well as some other countries. So it's not to preach.
Most people in LA, it seems like, are at least following the mask thing. But here's one thing that I would like to bring up to grocers in different places as far as etiquette goes. So we are not supposed to stand any closer than 6 feet.
Correct.
Between, each person. The grocery stores are only allowed to let so many people in at a time right now. So I have seen at bank ATMs and grocery stores massive lines of people.
And they're all touching each other.
They're all standing right next to each other, and some of them don't have masks. And I just don't understand what people don't get about semi-truck freezers in New York to hold the record number of bodies. Like what's not registering with people? And grocery stores, I know you're only allowed to let so many in, but there are some places, like I've heard Trader Joe's is being really great
Taped
about
off.
it.
They're the best. I was going to say, it is lines of tape that they have measured out 6 feet, and they are the loveliest and nicest to me of any grocers. If you as much as take 1 foot off the store, like, ma'am, excuse me, please wait a second, and they're not like being a creep or making you uncomfortable, but they are not playing around there. That is for their customers' safety. That is for their own safety.
Yes.
Like, major props to anyone. I think about that every day. To some people can't work at all. That's awful. Some people are working from home and it's not ideal, but everyone's working it out and doing the best they can. What about the people that have been working nonstop since this happened at the pharmacies, the gas stations, the groceries, like the restaurants that are still open and able to do takeout? Like, those are
our heroes. They're keeping our communities running.
Yes.
And they truly are heroes. They're on the front lines of the battle.
And I'll tell you, I was sad because one of my dear friends owns an amazing restaurant in LA. They have not been able to stay open. And I was wondering why. And then one of my favorite local restaurants that we can walk to from our place has been closed since it started. And I realized their kitchens are so tiny, it's not possible for them to do it because people would be too close to each other.
Together.
Like, it finally clicked. I'm like, oh, shoot. It's not like they're in some giant room and everybody can keep their distance and we'll just have like a couple of less people per shift. It's just not conducive for the safety of them and their employees to do so. So crazy times. Everybody just, please, yes, we don't ever preach here, but my God, just do what you're asked. Please. And if you are in a state that has not already mandated it for your own sake, just don't be going out so much. I understand some people live in more rural areas. My mother lives in rural Maine. Well, they finally have a case in her town. So it's
everywhere.
Yeah. So everyone stay safe, be respectful. I have personally thanked every single person that I have come in contact with for working and for being there, and told them, thank you for doing this and stay safe. Like, for whatever it's worth, maybe somebody needs to hear that and be thanked instead of barked at, or had somebody who acts entitled and is angry that a store is out of the gherkin pickles they like.
Right. We all have to be patient because we all have to remember, literally, we're all going through this.
Yes.
And it's scary and it's crazy, and none of us have ever experienced this before. So maybe don't have the same like shortness with your car horn when people are just trying to drive. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Just try to think everybody is stressed just like you. Maybe we can help each other out
Exactly.
with our etiquette,
Yeah.
with our, supporting of each other, with our appreciating who our new heroes are that we're for some reason just now going, oh my God, they keep everything running.
Right.
It's kind of weird that we're
I
just now
know.
realizing this,
Yep.
But anyway, be nice, people. Be
Be
nice,
nice and
be
follow the
safe, and
rules.
follow the rules. You don't have to be a rebel. You'll get yourself killed or somebody else.
There was a little Scottish grandma that went viral on Facebook, and how
I
sweet and
saw
endearing
her.
is the
Yeah.
accent, right? And she's like, "Hello, everybody. Follow the rules,
Yeah.
and this will be over soon."
I was talking to another friend of mine about like the elderly, how comforting it has been for a lot of people to talk to them because
Yes.
they've lived through harder things than us. Like there are still some, there are Vietnam vets, there are people who were experienced a Great Depression,
Yep.
the stuff like that. So there's almost a sense of like, okay, you've been through tougher times than me. You've made it. You're calm. We're going to be okay.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
I agree.
All right. Should we do a cleansing breath? I think Jessica
Let's.
needs to
I
breathe.
think I need to cool down my brain.
All right. So we're all probably by ourselves. So if you want to scream, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's take a deep breath in and then blow out all the bad so we can fill up with some good.
Yes.
Okay. And in and ah.
I exhaled on lion's breath. I saw a yoga teacher doing that online.
Oh, with an open mouth?
It's you're supposed to go and you exhale with like an angry face and your tongue out as far as it can go.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Is this some new Tiger King thing?
It could be.
Okay, so moving into corners, Jessica, I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I struggled with today. I was a little worried
Yes.
that my corner is not that interesting. You said it was. I'm going to share it. I don't even know what to call it. Oh wow.
It is yeah, I think it is an oh wow.
Oh wow, right?
Yes.
I don't know. Okay.
It's oh wow for show.
Faux show. Okay, so my corner is all right, here we go. Lost mixtape washes up on beach 25 years later, and it still works. How crazy is that? So this is from newsky.com, somewhere in the UK. Let me just read you here. Stella Waddell was eventually reunited with her beloved compilation when she saw the tape in an art exhibition in Stockholm. Stella Waddell was 12 when she took the tape to listen to her favorite songs on her Walkman while in the Costa Brava and Mallorca in 1993. The cassette featuring hits by artists such as Pet Shop Boys, Bob Marley, and Shaggy went missing. But during a holiday to Stockholm last year, she was stunned to spot the mixtape along with a list of 20 songs that she had recorded on it on display at a photography exhibition. It had washed up on a beach in Fuerteventura in 2017 and was recovered by UK artist Mandy Barker. Barker sent the tape to a professional audio restorer who managed to listen to all the tracks, and it was included in her touring exhibition, Sea of Artifacts. When I was reading the track list, it seemed very familiar to me, Miss Waddell said. So I took a picture of it and compared it with the original CD from 1993, which I still have, and it was exactly the same track list, but starting with track 3. I remember that I didn't like the first 2 songs on the CD because I felt they were too old, so I wouldn't have included them when I recorded the mixtape at age 12. I also have an association with the Jungle Book song, and this was always the 3rd track. I always need my tapes from CDs at this time to listen to them with my Walkman, especially for holidays, and to think that a tape that I could have lost more than 20 years ago had been found was absolutely incredible. Miss Waddell, who lives in Berlin, had been on holiday in Costa Brava Resort on the island of Majorca when she lost the tape. It washed up on the beach in Playa del Barlovento in 2017 and was collected by Barker, who has been examining the issue of plastic pollution in the oceans for around a decade. She initially doubted it would play, but after drying it out on my windowsill for around 18 months, was able to listen to all the tracks after sending it to the audio restorer and decided to include it in her exhibition. Barker, whose work has been exhibited across the world, said, even after getting the tape to play, it was then an astounding chance for Stella to walk into my exhibition and recognize her tape. She said she was shocked to find it, and when I read her email, I couldn't even believe it either. It was shock all around. The songs at the start were damaged, but further in the songs were as clear as they would be today. It shows how long plastic can exist in the sea. The tape will continue touring as a part of Barker's exhibition, but it'll be returned to Miss Waddell afterwards. Cute. Okay, so are you ready for the track list?
Yes.
Okay, if you know it, sing it.
Okay.
Somebody Dance With Me, DJ Bobo.
No, never heard of it, or him.
Okay,
or her.
Maybe that's a UK thing.
Mhm.
Our UK listeners need to let us know. Would I Lie to You, Charles and Eddie?
Would I lie to you? Did it? Would I lie to you, honey? Did it? I'm asking you now, what should I do? I'm asking you, sugar, would I lie to you?
I thought it was, would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you?
Oh.
And also, we could both be wrong. Okay, number 3.
I know both songs. Oh my God,
too,
yes, you're right.
But I don't know who Charles and Eddie is unless I look it up. Okay, next one, The Jungle Book Groove.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The only Jungle Book songs I can remember are like Bare Necessities. Or like, what was King Louie's song about his...
Oh my God, I don't know, but it's so good. And I recently watched The Jungle Book for the first time since I was a kid, and it was great.
I had one of those.
If you have Disney Plus, watch it. I'm serious. It's really good.
I had one of those records.
Loved those.
Where the bing, and you'd turn the page, and then there were songs afterwards.
It was the best. That's the one I had of The Rescuers. Remember, you thought I made up that movie with Bernard Bianca, the little mice? Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we don't know Jungle Book Groove. Number 4, Rock With You, Inner Circle.
Don't know it.
Is it, isn't there a song that goes, I wanna rock? Oh, that's Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Sure is. We're not going to give him any props on this show.
No, but that also, that's not his song, Rock With You by Inner Circle is not him. Okay, Do You See the Light by Snap? No.
Nope.
One Love, Dr. Alban?
Nope.
Is it One Love, Two Hearts? No, I don't know what it is.
Two Hearts Living in Just One Mind. That's a Phil Collins song.
No, I thought it was a reggae song. One Love, One Love.
That's Bob Marley.
Okay.
Let's get together and feel all right.
Oh, is it called Feel All Right?
No.
It's called One Love?
I think it is.
Well, is his name Dr. Alban? Like,
no.
Bob Marley, a.k.a. Dr. Alban.
Oh, God.
Okay, wait. More and More by Captain Hollywood Project?
Excuse me? Never heard of it.
No. Oh, Carolina by Shaggy?
Oh, Carolina. I do remember that song. It was so stupid. Yes. Oh, Carolina.
The Key, The Secret, the glamorously developed edit by Urban Cookie Collective.
Excuse me?
I don't know. It Keeps Raining by Biddy McLean.
No.
Summer by Loft. Never Let Her Slip Away, Undercover. Power of American Natives. Dance to Trance. What? Oh. This sounds like a... No, that's...
Oh, Carolina.
Oh, no.
That's Shaggy's Oh, Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know it. It sounded like a terrifying children's show. Sweet Harmony by The Beloved, Give It Up, Cut and Move, Go West, Pet Shop Boys.
Go west, there is go west.
Runaway Train by Soul Asylum.
Runaway train never going back. On a one-way track.
Okay. I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, UB40.
Oh,
I
love it.
can't help falling in love with you. Oh man, that
had like an
really,
electric trumpet in there.
yes, absolutely. Also, do you remember Red, Red Wine?
Of course.
Stay close to me. Is that what it says?
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's originally written by Neil Diamond. A lot of people don't know that.
I did not know
Mhm.
that. Mr. Vane by Culture Beat.
Nope.
Nope, me either. I thought that might be something you knew. Well, anyway, there you go. Not not my favorite mixtape ever.
Not mine either.
So,
But I do have a lot of interest in the fact that it still worked. Holy crap.
how crazy
It's like
is that?
amazing, but also horrifying to show
Horrifying.
that it can withstand that
In our
much time in water.
ocean. I know, in our oceans.
Oh, God.
So anyway, something to think about. But that's my oh
Yep.
wow corner. It is really incredible that she lost it 20 years ago and then happened to see her exact
Beyond.
tape in an art exhibition.
I would freak out.
I know, crazy. Okay, Jessica, your turn. Oh wait, real quick, what would be your top song on a mixtape?
Oh, God. My top song ever to put on a mixtape?
Yeah.
Oof. I mean, it's going to have to be a Beyonce song, and it's very hard to choose.
Oh, interesting.
I'm going to go Drunk in Love.
Okay. I think I would probably go either something from Hall & Oates or Xanadu
Oh,
or something from Salt and Pepper.
Man, I really like Xanadu for its energy, but if you put Salt and Pepper Push It, that would make it the greatest mixtape of all time, regardless of what else was on it. Still one of the best songs ever to come out in the history of music, and gets me going. And when I had my little original Singular phone, remember Singular, whatever the hell it's called? And you could pick ringtones with those like DOS style emoticons. My ringtone was Push It.
Nice.
And every time my phone rang, I heard shh. I loved it.
You just got so happy.
I did.
Okay, great. Tell us what your corner is then.
Well, it's a weirdo of the week, Dana.
What does that mean, Jessica?
You're weird. You're so very weird. Why must you bring your weirdness here during COVID?
During COVID. Oh, so good. I've missed it. I've missed the weirdo of the week.
Well, you're going to have to make sure that Cutter is kept under wraps, because this seems like something that Cutter would do.
Oh, boy.
Not Ollie, but Cutter.
No, Ollie's a good boy. Yeah.
Dog found behind wheel after high-speed chase in Washington state.
Okay.
A very sweet pit bull was reportedly in the driver's seat after the car crashed. Her owner faces multiple charges.
What?
A Washington state man who led police on a high-speed chase on Sunday may not have actually been driving. Officers said they found the suspect's pet pit bull behind the wheel after his 1996 Buick crashed. The unidentified 51-year-old male suspect from Lakewood, Washington, is now facing several charges, including DUI, reckless driving, hit and run, and felony eluding, authorities say. The man struck two vehicles before he fled on Interstate 5. One trooper reported seeing the pit bull in the driver's seat, with the owner handling the steering wheel from the passenger seat.
What?
The car reportedly hit speeds of 109 miles per hour
Oh my
during the
gosh.
chase, and at one point drove on a popular trail for pedestrians and cyclists. It was fortunately empty at the time. State troopers eventually ended their pursuit by throwing down spike strips, but then came the shocker. Washington State Patrol Officer Heather Axman said the driver told police that he was, quote, trying to teach his dog how to drive. I can't. Axman added, I wish I could make this up. I've been a trooper for almost 12 years, and wow, I've never heard this excuse. I've been in a lot of high-speed chases. I've stopped a lot of cars, and never have I gotten an excuse that they were teaching their dog to drive.
I mean, we've all heard the dog ate my homework. Never have I heard my dog was driving.
The officer said the pit bull, whom she described was a very sweet girl,
Oh.
was taken to a local animal shelter.
Oh.
Her owner was later released on an $8,500 bond. Are you kidding me? She should be kept on $1 million bond because that idiot could have killed people.
Lots of people.
That's the way I feel about anyone who leads cops on a high-speed chase. There's helicopters over you. Where do you think you're going?
Where do you think
Even
you're
if
going to
you
go?
get out on foot. $8,500 and that piece of garbage got out of jail.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
No.
They should be locked up for years. And yes, the animal should be taken away from them. And I hope goes to a good home.
Right. That's what I was going to say. I hope that she gets adopted into a good family because it's not her fault. The dog.
I also wasn't expecting to be that angry over a weirdo of the week, but my God, it really got my blood boiling.
Well, yeah, because if I don't know when this happened. Does it have a date?
This happened on March 31st,
yeah,
Dana, of this year.
That's crazy because if it had, right now there's not as many people out as normal. So think about all the pedestrians that could have been out, like so dangerous.
It's just so stupid and so inconsiderate and reckless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Ugh.
Thank God we have some raves to bring some sugar to this spice.
Thank goodness. Okay, so I will go first. Okay. This is a really good story about the goodness that's happening in the world today. So that's what we like to try and kind of highlight anyway. This one's kind of fun because it also is about alcohol.
Yeah.
This is by Danielle Long. Ryan Reynolds donates 30% of aviation gin proceeds to bartenders in need amid coronavirus. Ryan Reynolds just came up with the ultimate win-win situation for those who like to drink gin. Buy a bottle of aviation gin and simultaneously help a bartender in need. Everybody wins. We're available at home where we hope you are right now, but your bartenders miss you, the beverage website read. So we've started a tab by donating $15,000 to the United States Bartenders Guild, and we'll be adding an additional 30% tip for every bottle delivered through May 1st. Stay home to help.
Yes.
Hashtag flatten the curve while we hashtag tip your bartenders. I love that they're tipping them. The 43-year-old actor also shared the news to his social accounts alongside a photo of himself suited. He looks very handsome. Holding a glass with a bottle of aviation gin in the background. This isn't the only way that Reynolds has helped out during the current COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. About a week ago, on March 16th, he and his wife, Blake Lively, donated $1 million to hunger relief organizations, Feed America and Food Banks Canada. So they're really, really trying to help out. That's really great. They're tipping them.
I love it.
They're giving people. Now, I will say I've not been drinking any more than normal because I don't want to come to rely on that for my rest.
Of course.
So if you've had addiction problems in the past, which I haven't had to substance abuse or anything, but like I'm addicted to food for sure. So I'm trying to just be like, oh, maybe I'll have a Friday night cocktail like normal. Or I'm sure probably when you guys were doing your Zoom thing, which we haven't talked about, but we will, you probably had drinks together. People are having beverages together online and stuff. So, but I love too that they're tipping bartenders. Like, it's just incredible.
Yes.
Very kind.
So Absolutely. Yeah, we're obviously not trying to push any kind of substance of any
Right.
kind to anyone, but if you are so inclined, and I know people are getting deliveries, food and booze and whatever,
Hmm.
consider ordering a bottle of aviation gin. Or if you know somebody who's a gin drinker and has a birthday or a special occasion coming up, and you can send one to them, because 30% is a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
even if people give 1% of their profits, it's generous. They don't have to do anything, but 30% is a nice chunk.
Yeah.
So I know Dana and I have a ton of friends that are actors, and
Mhm.
a lot of actors work in the service industry. A lot of people around the country are not actors and work in the service industry.
Mhm.
So this is a way to help people who cannot be employed. If you were a bartender or a waiter, you can now not be working from home. And if
Mhm.
you are, shame on you. Okay?
Mhm.
Unless you're bartending for the people who you live with.
Right,
That's okay.
exactly. No sidewalk bars, please.
Yeah. Okay.
But thank you, Ryan
Exactly.
Reynolds and Blake Lively. That's very
Yes.
thoughtful. I am definitely not
Absolutely.
against a cocktail, to relax. So if that's your bag, although I will say I'm not a huge gin drinker, but you know what it's good with? This is going to say a lot about me.
What?
Kool-Aid.
Hilarious. I call that gin and juice. Okay. I think Snoop can back me up on that.
Yeah, yeah. I went through a phase where I had a bottle of Sapphire gin that someone had gifted me, and I just drank the whole thing with Kool-Aid.
That's my dad's favorite, Bombay Sapphire.
Yes.
It's his favorite. My dad's a gin and tonic man.
Oh, but
So
he probably wouldn't
I don't
appreciate
love.
Kool-Aid. He probably would be like, "No, come on."
No, he just likes his tonic with a squirt of lime.
Oh, okay.
He might be down if it was with Crystal Light or something like that.
Oh, I've done that too.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big liquor drinker. I like beer and wine, but
Hmm.
of all the liquors, gin has always kind of been the one that I like the best, I guess.
Now you've
So
tried this. You've tried aviation gin, right?
I have not, but I did buy a bottle of it last night
Oh,
after
cool.
seeing Ryan talking about it on Colbert. So I'm anxious to try that out. I did have
Nice.
some Hendrick's gin, and I mixed that with some ginger ale and part of a Meyer lemon given to me by one of the lovely ladies of Spark My Interest podcast. The
Nice.
best lemons I've ever had. And let me tell you something, that's a nice little cocktail right there. Ginger ale,
Uh-huh.
Canada Dry, of course, a little bit of gin, and a nice, healthy squirt of a fresh lemon. That's a cocktail I can get down with. Okay.
Don't ever say healthy squirt again. I can't.
That was pretty gross.
It was pretty gross. I can't accept that.
Oh, man.
Okay, well, you'll have to keep us posted on how yummy
I will.
aviation gin is. Ooh.
Hilarious.
Thank you, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. It's very
Indeed.
thoughtful. It's lovely. You said you've been watching Colbert. Isn't it
Oh,
interesting?
yes.
I've
I'm
been watching
sorry.
Daily Show, and they're
Yes.
all from home.
It's great. If you guys aren't already watching The Late Show with Stephen Colbert or The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, I'm serious. There's only so much binge watching you can do and content and whatever. And it is nice to have kind of a perspective on what's going on right now.
Hmm.
Treat yourself and look it up on YouTube. That Colbert interview with Ryan Reynolds, first of all, real easy on the eyes. Okay. Um, it's really nice and it's just kind of fun. And they're both literally set up with a Zoom in their own homes in a room where they've shut the door to their families and just kind of talk shop for
Yeah.
30 minutes. And it's really nice.
Yeah, all of the hosts are doing it. Jimmy Kimmel had Weird Al
Hmm.
Yankovic perform a song from
Amazing.
home. God, Weird Al, he is the
I
Madonna of
love him.
comedy.
I love him. I'm
Like,
always going to love him.
he's going to be relevant forever. He's just
Yes.
such a nice man. Have you met him?
I've never met him, but I was privileged enough to be in New Orleans. I used to go every year during Mardi Gras because my roommate in college was from the heart of New Orleans in the Garden District. And Weird Al was the Grand Marshal of the main Mardi Gras, one of the big Mardi Gras parades.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I was like 10 feet from him, and I caught some doubloons and necklaces off the float, and it was quite thrilling.
That's amazing. Well, this just turned into a Hollywood corner. Hollywood. Hollywood. Not to up you, but I've met Weird Al, shook his hand. Nicest man ever. Yay, I win. Ding, ding, ding.
So jealous. Did he have his accordion?
No, he did not. He had, although I did watch some videos of him playing the accordion the other day. He's really good. Anyway, this makes me sound like such a douchebag now. I was at Jesse Tyler Ferguson's house for the 4th of July.
Oh, were you?
And you
don't know who that is. It's Mitchell from my favorite show on TV, Modern Family.
Which I believe is this week the final episode.
I don't even want to hear that out of your mouth again, because I already cried when they said it at the end of this past week's episode.
Yeah,
I think this would be the last one. I'm going to be not available on Wednesday. I'm going to be in the fetal position. It's my favorite show in the last 20 years.
It's so good. I know, it's going to be sad. It's going to be sad.
Spoiler alert. They adopted another baby, guys.
I know.
Oh God.
It's so cute. It's going to be sad. Somebody made a Modern Family yearbook for us, which was really cool. And then some things were dropped off for me, like, this is kind of a fun behind the scenes thing. I don't know if people will find it interesting, but when you walk into the production offices of Modern Family, or used to, they're not there anymore, you could go to the right was production, which is where like the supervisors and producers and PAs and stuff work, where my husband used to work. And then if you go to the left is actually casting. And when you walk into casting, like if you're going to audition or something, the walls were filled with headshots of every person who had ever guested on Modern Family. And so I always knew where my picture was, and it was fun to go through and see my friends and stuff. Well, they took all the pictures off the wall and they gave me mine, and they sent it to me with a picture, with an actual picture of my wall where I was. Yeah, so I can keep that.
That's amazing.
It was pretty cool.
I always, trust me, anytime I was in that office, that was absolutely a goal. I was like, I will be on that wall one day. I wasn't. That's okay.
Sorry, Jessica.
No, you don't need to be sorry. I loved seeing people that I know on those walls over the years.
Isn't it crazy?
No,
like seeing all the people we knew.
Yes.
It was really, So it'll be hard. But shout out to Alan Hooper. Thank you so much for doing that for me. It was such a sweet gesture.
That's so cool of him to send it to you.
Yeah. Oh, he actually dropped it off. Like he had it in an envelope and was like, I'm going to leave this on your porch. It was so kind, and it's very meaningful to me.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Modern Family. Why did I start talking about that? Oh, because I met Weird Al and shook his hand. You're welcome. Yay! Honestly, it was like I couldn't have been more geeky. Like it was the coolest thing. I just think he's so funny.
I know. All right, I'm going to go into my rave because I have to.
I know.
Okay, my rave for today is from a company that I'm a big fan of long before I moved to California, but now that we are Cali girls, yeah, I said it. We've lived here far too long to not be. I'm a big fan of Vans, okay?
Love Vans.
When I was a young lady, I had a big thing for skateboarders, like too big of a thing, in fact. I was very attracted to bad boys, and a lot of guys that skated were kind of punks and bad and had not the best attitude sometimes. And I was real attracted to that. So I love Vans. And they've been going strong for years now. They even make baby-size Vans.
I bought that was Henry's first 5 pairs of shoes.
They were?
Vans. Yeah.
Aww. So Vans has come up with something called Foot the Bill, a nice little play on words. Foot the Bill is a place on their website where they have had custom designed vans specific to different businesses, and then you can further customize them.
Oh.
And I'm going to tell you how and why. Foot the bill. Dear Vans family, we know how important small businesses are. We were one. You helped us become what we are, and we want to help our community and extended members of our Vans family during this difficult time. We have partnered with local and community-driven skate shops, restaurants, art galleries, and music venues to support them with custom-designed Vans footwear. Net proceeds from the sale of each pair of these very special Vans customs will go directly to our small business partners in this time of need. With the purpose of continuing to enable creative expression, please join us as we lend a helping hand to our Vans family.
That is
Now,
amazing.
it's so cool. We will post this link. And when you go to this part of the website for Foot the Bill, there are places all around the country. I'm just going to read you a few because there's a lot. But Space 1026 in Philadelphia. I don't know what that is, but because it's going to take too long to open each of these. I'm imagining by the looks of it, that's an art gallery.
Okay.
Then we have Cowtown Skateboards in Tempe, Arizona. NJ Skate Shop, Jersey City. Black Sheep Skate Shop, Charlotte, North Carolina. As far as a restaurant, they have one of my local favorites that I'm a huge fan of, John and Vinny's. It's an Italian restaurant that is to die for, that is doing delivery during these times.
Ooh.
In LA. So artists did a specific design for each of these shoes. Like John and Vinny's, their logo is green and white. So it's like a green and white pattern. But then you can like change the color of the sole to orange, and I could put a electric blue border around. You have the basic art that is specific to each of these businesses that was created, but then you customize it further.
Oh my God.
It's incredible. And they're giving the money to each of these businesses. So again, it's skate shops, it's restaurants, it's local artists. It's fantastic. It is so fun. And I love them for doing this. And I also love that, they started by saying, hey, we were small too. You guys helped us grow. Now we're going to help keep small businesses that we're a fan of and that we have some connection to in business, hopefully, and help them out. So really, really cool thing. And you know what? If you need a new pair of shoes, now's the perfect time, and check out some of these designs because they're really, really cool.
Not to mention Vans are made very well.
Yes.
They last forever. I have my Harry Potter Vans.
Ooh, you do?
I have my Marauders map Vans. I know. They're my fave.
No. Oh, wait. Maybe I've seen them. I think they're very cool. I think I have seen them.
I love them so much.
I love it.
I love that. Jessica.
Dana.
I think that's our show.
I think it is.
I think it has to be because Jessica has to go to work.
I don't want to. I want to keep talking to you.
I know. I feel like we have so much to talk about, and then we never have enough time. We should definitely, everybody, there's all kinds of Google is offering online trivia nights that you can Zoom with your friends. Jessica, what was the one you mentioned?
Oh my God. Yes, you guys, if you can do, I'm just talking in circles. For $20.99, you can purchase a game pack like I did last night from a company called Jackbox. Look up Jackbox, Jackbox games. You can Google that, and you can buy one of their game suites. They have 6 currently right now. And once you've done that, and you have to download something called Steam, it'll walk you through it. Steam is like, this is all new to me, software that you need to download to then run online games off of your computer. But I got it to work, and I am so not a technophile. I'm real proud of myself. I launched it this morning as a test, and it worked. You can then invite friends or family to Zoom, and then you can play this game with everyone. You type in your answers on your phone. You do the Zoom and watch it on a computer, but then through your personal cell phone, you vote for the funniest answer, or you draw a picture that it asks for, or whatever. It is a blast. We did it with people from work on Friday night. We had like somebody from work started it, and whoever wanted to jump on did.
Oh,
absolutely amazing. And then I did it again last night with a group of friends. I knew none of them. My friend Nathan said, hey, do you want to jump on my friends? I'm like, yeah. They were all hilarious. I met new people. It's so not my way to do that, especially through online.
I
New
love
times.
it.
It was great. And I'm going to make Dana and some of our friends do it with me one night because
I would
it will
love
get
to.
you out of your head and all you'll do is laugh. It's impossible not to have fun playing these games. You don't have to know anything about games. Some of them are writing jokes. Some of it's trivia questions. It's a blast.
I want to do it with my sisters.
Yes.
Yay. Okay, cool. Well, let me tell you real fast so Jessica can get out of here. Please get a hold of us, guys. Tell us what your experiences are. Tell us what you want to hear about. Tell us how you're feeling. You know, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. We're all in this together. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at the Rants and Raves Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at raves_the. You can find us at our website, therantsandravespodcast.com. There's a contact us button, or you can email us, therantsandravespodcast@gmail.com. Jessica, real quick before you go, you know I love to leave people with a weekly point to ponder.
Give it to
And
me.
if you are playing games and stuff, you might need this little bit of trivia. Okay? Almonds are a member of the what family, Jessica?
Nut.
Peach.
What?
I know. You guys have a great week. We're going to be back next week. We're doing the best we can. We love you. Stay safe. Stay home if you can. Stay healthy and stay strong. We're going to rise up from this, everybody. Jessica, I love you.
I love you. This really took me out of my head and put me in a good mood to start my work. I'm serious.
And you look beautiful. I know you are always saying you don't, but you do. I'm looking at myself and crying. But anyway, I got rose quartz hanging above my head. I'm safe. Okay.
Oh, my God. Ready to start the work day.
How do I screenshot this? I can't. How do I do it? No. Oh my God. I'm so mad that I've forgotten how to screenshot.
You
Jessica.
might need to take screenshot is, do you have a Mac laptop?
Yes. I gotta hide my face.
I even forgot. What's
Look
wrong
up,
with me?
Jessica. Okay. Well, that was real interesting for our listeners. We're still crazy. See you next week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.